On August 12, 2025, China witnessed an extraordinary sequence of disasters, not from a single extreme weather event, but from multiple hazards striking different regions within hours. The southeastern coastline braced for the direct impact of tropical storm Yangliu, while in the northwest, Gansu province battled flash floods and landslides severe enough to trigger a state of emergency. Meanwhile, in the southwest, Chengdu was hit by a rare hailstorm, and far offshore, a powerful earthquake near Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula prompted a tsunami alert for the country's eastern seaboard. Originally rated as a mid-strength tropical storm, Yangliu's true force became apparent only hours before landfall. At around 8:40 a.m. local time, it slammed into Zhoushan, Zhoushan, with sustained winds near 83 kilometers per hour, unleashing waves that pounded harbors and shattered coastal defenses. In low-lying districts, water barriers struggled to contain the surge, and evacuation orders were issued without delay. More than 208,000 residents, most in Shanghai and Zhoushan, were moved to temporary shelters in schools, stadiums, and public halls. Meteorologists had issued the highest level warning in advance, yet the storm's rapid strengthening and shifting track challenged the readiness of local governments. In some cities, floodgates were not fully secured before peak tide, resulting in early inundations. Ningbo bore some of the heaviest damage. Within hours, torrential rain turned key arteries into torrents, with water levels rising above car roofs in places. Parked vehicles were swept away, traffic lights submerged, and intersections vanished under muddy waters. Rescue crews worked under hazardous conditions to deploy pumps and build barriers. The blocked roads made access to the worst-hit zones nearly impossible. Shanghai, though spared the storm's eye, saw its transport system severely disrupted. More than 640 flights, 410 at Pudong and 230 at Hongqiao, were canceled, stranding thousands of travelers. Ferries ceased operations entirely, highways imposed speed caps of 60 kilometers per hour, and rail services were slowed or suspended across multiple sections. Major hubs in Hongqiao, Wenzhou, and Ningbo suffered similar delays and shutdowns. Sichuan province experienced a sudden and violent shift in weather. By early afternoon, skies darkened, heavy rain poured, and hailstones up to 80 centimeters in diameter began pounding rooftops, smashing windows, and denting cars. Streets were littered with chunks of ice, and the storm forced shop owners to close abruptly. In Yangliu district, fierce winds uprooted trees and brought down power lines, plunging large areas into darkness. Traffic stalled, and rescue teams scrambled to clear fallen debris while responding to elevator entrapments caused by the outage. Locals described the event as something straight out of a disaster movie. rescue operations unfolded in the east and southwest. A new threat emerged from the far north. An offshore earthquake near Kamchatka triggered a tsunami alert from China's National Marine Forecasting Center. Waves up to 1 meter were forecast to reach the coasts of Shanghai and Zhoushan by evening. Unlike storms, tsunamis leave almost no reaction time. Authorities stressed that even a 1-minute delay could cost lives, urging residents to evacuate coastal zones immediately. Ports suspended operations, and some residents voluntarily moved further inland as a precaution. Shanghai became a focal point for emergency management. Facing simultaneous risks, flooding, halted transport, grounded flights, power outages, and a potential tsunami, the city's infrastructure and coordination systems were tested to their limits. Shelters opened across the city and surrounding provinces, police enforced road closures, and real-time updates were broadcast through multiple channels. In an unexpected twist, Shanghai Disneyland and Legoland remained open. Legoland halted all rides but allowed entry, while Disney stated it had reinforced weather monitoring and safety measures. The decision ignited heated discussions online. Some saw it as a sign of resilience, others called it reckless. One viral comment joked, "If the water rises a bit more, Mickey's going for a swim." Experts later remarked that the uniqueness of August 12th lay not in the severity of any single event, but in the complexity of multiple hazards striking together. Climate change's influence on extreme weather, combined with seismic threats, creates a scenario where conventional disaster plans may be insufficient. They urged cities to reassess resilience in the 21st century, not just in physical infrastructure for wind and flood defense, but in multi-hazard coordination, supply readiness, and information dissemination. The events of August 12, 2025 could serve as a pivotal case study for future urban disaster preparedness. Thank you for watching. If you found this episode helpful, please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our disaster stories. Some footage is for illustration purposes only and cannot be the actual scene. See you in the next episode. Stay tuned and stay safe.